So this is how the crowdsource app looks like. Like I already mentioned, play around the app to see how it looks like. So this is how the interface looks like. And amazing thing about crowdsource app, we call it mother of all apps, is that it helps to improve some of these apps we make use of. You can see the Google Maps, the YouTube, and Gmail, Chrome, Assistant, and the rest of them. So it helps to improve. I'm not saying they're not improved, but it makes it better every day for us to use. So I'll just take you through a demo of the app, how it looks like. So this is just a demo. So you can see it has image level verification where you help to verify images in the photo if they have this particular thing or not. So this is some of the tasks. This is audio donation. Like someone just mentioned, she cannot wait for the audio donation to come to an end. It's just in 3 days
What
time.
are the pros and cons for that?
So this is how audio donation works. We're not going to really go much of this. This is how the app looks like. Like when you download the app, this is what comes up. You change the language. Okay, so we'll just leave these parts. I think probably have different levels. So when you progress, you unlock different badges, levels, and pick why you progress. So this is what we have for the app. These are the badges. So probably leave this place now. I think we're already seen a lot. So Crowdsource Learning Community. Crowdsource Learning Community is a 3 month program offered by Crowdsource at Google for to build a community together to form a community and to learn. And we're supposed to be learning right now on this chat, but I've not seen any response from anyone yet. Especially based on what motivates you, because before you are being accepted as an influencer, I want to know what motivates you to become an influencer. So Crowdsource by Google is a way to help you to help make the world more inclusive place, and you participate in activities like for those who have started making use of the app already. Please, if you're starting making use of the app, you just make like say yes on the group section. Just click say yes on the chat section. So it's and when you start making use of the app, you say you're playing a game, like it's like in a gamified way where we help to train the artificial intelligence system to understand our language, our culture, and even to improve Google services to work better for us. So why join the community? We join the community to unlock life and self-paced courses and workshops, and just to make it a direct impact on Google AI, like I earlier mentioned. The more you contribute, you're making some of these products like Google Maps, the Gmail, YouTube. You're trying to make an impact, and you're trying to improve the Google AI intelligence there. And you're also trying to build your portfolio from certificates from Google, because at the end of everything, we give you certificates. Then you're also going to build your network. You're going to meet a lot of people from across universities, institutes, and the rest of them. And you also get the opportunity to interact with Googlers. Now, who are Googlers? Googlers are people who work with Google. So you get to meet experts in Google, experts Googlers who you're going to interact with. So you also get featured on the official Crowdsource handle. So the learning community, this is how the learning community is. So we're working the team of influencers are the people who are right now on this call. So the team of influencers are like coordinators. So let me not use the word influencers, because influencers may sound like something like very big. So influencers are mainly like coordinators. So they coordinate their community, their respective communities, and they help build the community. So when doing the influencing journey, there are stages and phases. Now, at the first stage, I'm still going to explain this in details. It's all about registering the students to become part of registering the students or your community members to become part of the learning community. And by the time you get to level 7, they unlock the Explore ML workshop. We just did one last week, Friday, Explore ML workshop. So they unlock that opportunity, and then upon getting to level 10, we give them access to over 40 self-paced courses. And then on level 17, they get invited to be on air with Crowdsource. That's the section where they meet with Googlers, interact with Googlers, and share ideas. So upon getting to level 17, uh, they unlock the Explore ML intermediate level workshop. And at that same stage, we do a wrap-up party, and we conclude Crowdsource Learning Community in your university or in your community or your institution. So I'm going to break it down. So this is first phase. The first phase is all about setting the community. Like I earlier mentioned, it's all about registration. You register the students or your community members. You collect their name, email, ML knowledge. We already have a format of this form, so you just like make a copy of it for your institute or for your university. So then you create a buzz on social media, like make a post on social media with this poster. So all these things are some of the assets you're actually going to give you. So just make a buzz on social media. And upon making a buzz on social media, maybe because that is where you have your network, you guys have this mutual friends and the rest of them. So upon that, you then register people who find interest in it. You register them through the link of the form you share. So you register it. All these things can happen within 2 weeks. So after the registration, you host an introductory meetup. Introductory meetup, most of the introductory meetup I've done with students and community members. I'm always like, they usually invite me, so I just take my time to explain what Crowdsource is all about. So you just do an introductory meetup, you fix a date and a time that you feel is comfortable for students, because I understand that most students are always free on Fridays. So you do an introductory meetup, talk about Crowdsource, and then you create a tracking sheet. We're going to send you a tracking sheet format, so that won't be a problem for you. So you just keep updating it. Just the tracking sheet is just to show progress of how far you've gone. Then there are a lot of community activities. Community activities are mainly just something that can stimulate or something that can just ginger them to like contribute to get to level 7. I know there's some communities that are very fast, like Usain Bolt, like they're super fast. Like within 1 week, they already got into level 10 already. So we have super fast community, and we have communities that you need to take everyone along. They're not as fast as that. So you just keep doing the activities. The activities is mainly just to ginger them to get to level 7. And level 7 is 250 points. So 250 points is something they can even achieve within 10 minutes to 30 minutes. So all these ideas and creative decks will be shared to you after the post onboarding call. So in phase 2, by the time they've gotten to phase 2, we've expected they're already in level 7. So when they've gotten to level 7 already, they have access to the Explore ML workshop. We'll be having another one by March next month. So those students who have gotten to level 7, they can actually join the Explore ML. So upon when they get to level 7 and they go through the Explore ML, we'll give you contact of the Explore ML facilitators, or most time we can assist you with that. Then you coordinate and find a particular time you feel is okay to do the Explore ML for your students. Some people may even be free this week, for example. Some people may be free next week, depending on different academy, because these are people that have different schedules. Some of them are from different departments. Some of them have different personal things they're doing, and the rest of them. So after everything, it's just to help us coordinate to know people who actually were part of the Explore ML workshop. So after everything, we give them certificate, and it will be very unfair we miss someone out during the certificate. So we don't want to miss anyone else. So this is where you come in, like as an influencer, you have to help us coordinate this aspect so that we don't miss anybody else. For example, if someone attended the Explore ML, we don't miss them out in giving them the certificate. So, like I mentioned the last time, community events, you keep doing community events, creative ideas. The main reason now is to encourage them to get to level 10 and level 14. And why you keep doing this community event is just to like, don't forget to mark attendance, like I earlier mentioned, so we don't miss anybody else. So you just keep doing these activities, like some activities. I can see some universities replicated the audio donation campaign. The universities just encourage people to get to level 10, and I think it works fine for them. So once they get to that level 10, like I earlier mentioned, they have access to over 40 self-paced courses. Now, these self-paced courses are courses they can learn on their own. Remember, the Explore ML course, Explore ML workshop is a live workshop, so they need to be there. It's a live workshop, and it won't be good if they miss it because it comes once. Then the self-paced courses are courses they definitely will have access to, like have access to. That these are some of them, like essentials of coding, Google Analytics, machine learning, and the rest of them. So they just have access to it when they get to level 10. So all this, the role of an influencer, it's more or less like coordinating with the community members so that we don't miss everybody. We carry everybody along, everybody's happy, they're moving, and the rest of them. And these courses are optional. So it doesn't mean that you have to do all the 40 of them. You just choose one that you feel you're interested in. And that's it. So at phase two, once they already have access to this, you keep doing the community activities, like I earlier mentioned, the community activities just to make them get to level 14 this time. So the last one was to make them get to level 10 so that they can have access to this self-paced courses. Now, community events now, keep doing these community activities for them to get to level 14, because once they get to level 14, they have access now to the on air with crowdsource, and that is in phase three. Sorry. Yeah, when they get to level 14, they are entering phase three, which is the on air with crowdsource. Now, also in phase three, I know most of them will be like, okay, yeah, they just left phase two. Are they going to still have access to these self-paced courses? So once they get to level two, they already have access to the self-paced courses already. So even if at phase three, they keep having access to it. It's part of the benefit. So also in phase three, this is the main section. So we've expected they've gotten to level 14. So they'll be invited to the air with crowdsource. Honestly, when I was an influencer before I joined Google, I love this on air with crowdsource because it was an opportunity for me to. I really learned a lot, and I want to advise anybody to miss this session, even if you want to miss any other section, but don't miss this particular section. So on air with crowdsource, it's really very interesting. There are a lot of topics, and you keep doing these sections and sections, and you keep learning a lot. Because at this point, you're going to meet with a lot of Google experts, and you're going to learn a lot. So that's all about phase three and getting to level 14. So upon getting to level 14, they keep contributing and contributing. And by the time we've expected they've gotten to level 17. So once you get to level 17, you share the list of the final. I know you've heard, yeah, you share the list of people who have gotten to level 17. We'll do a wrap up party here and then share certificates. And you can also continue your journey as an influencer even when you leave the academic environment. Maybe you just want to be an influencer, maybe outside the academic environment, you're still an influencer. So that's the amazing thing of being a crowdsource learning community. So it actually builds you from why you were a student or why you were in the learning community. It builds you up and it builds you up. Like I earlier mentioned, I was an influencer before. I started the Nigerian community a few years ago, and I'm now better than the way I was before. So it keeps building you and building you. You get exposed and you get to meet a whole lot of people, you get to share a lot of ideas, and you have to participate in some activities that make you better. So okay, in the meantime, let me just go to, I think I'm actually done with the presentation. So I just go through briefly as an influencer what you get. So as an influencer, you connect with influencers from different countries. You're going to meet a lot of people from different countries. I also developing your personal brand, leadership skills, and communication skills. I was worse than this when I started my influence journey. Like I wasn't too bold enough. So you also get access to early access program. Now this early access program, there's some new and amazing features we do release in the Crowdsource app. So you're kind of giving you this exclusive access to test it and see it and use it and probably give us feedback on how we can actually improve it. They also receive branded swags. I don't really like mentioning this branded swag because I don't want it to be like, oh yeah, contribute to take this swag. I don't want it to look as if it's transactional. But as an influencer, you receive branded swag. And for those who actually participated in the campaign, there are a lot of swags coming your way very soon. For those who participated and they reached, I think we gave a benchmark, and I don't want to talk much about that. So you're definitely going to receive the branded swag as an influencer. And the branded swag you receive it's mainly to encourage community members. There are things you do, especially doing your creative activities, so you can actually share it to them, like doing those creative opportunities and activities. And you also get featured on our official channel. I think I already mentioned this already. So there are some do's and don'ts in why you influence. So we have this age criteria because the consent age is 18 years, so there's this age criteria. and then we try to be professional when we're professional always, because you're dealing with a whole lot of students with different activities. Everybody's coming from different backgrounds. So just be professional with the way you interact with them. And if there's anything that needs our attention, you can actually escalate it to us. Then you also focus on quality. Like we earlier mentioned, your donation campaign, that focus quality matters a lot. I know most times you actually work with quantity. Everybody wants to be on the leaderboard, everyone wants to be the highest, everybody wants to win something. So why we actually focus on quantity? Please focus on quality. So quality matters a lot, because when you feed this machine with wrong information, it's just giving us wrong information. So that's why the quality matters a lot. And please do not charge for those who may want to join you, maybe in your community, join your learning community, or maybe, for example, if you're in the Ogun State community, for example, and you want some people want to join, like neighboring people want to join, do not charge for some of these events we do. Please do not charge, because it's a voluntary event. You do not charge for meetups and the rest of them. They also try and stay on the topic, because most times people actually came to learn about something and then you start talking about lectures. I know that it's actually common, but it's always nice that you kind of stay on the topic if you're trying to talk to a community, because most people are there for a particular thing and that's what they want to hear. So you also try and post on social media. To be sincere with you, I've seen a whole lot of posts on social media recently, and I love those posts. And part of the reasons why we do see those posts is because of the hashtag. So while you post anything about crowdsource, try and make use of the hashtag Google Crowdsource. Please don't, it's not crowdsource by Google, because I seen some mistakes on crowdsource by Google. Please ensure it's Google Crowdsource, the way it's written on the screen. So when you post on Twitter, I know most of our community members are on Twitter. So mainly use Twitter. We even have a Twitter community. Let me just quickly share the link for Twitter community. So we actually have a Twitter community, and that's what many people usually make use of. So you can post on Facebook, Instagram, but while you post on these places, just try and make use of the hashtag Google Crowdsource. So that is how you're going to see your amazing effort, because we don't want to miss out anybody. So that's the link. I'll share this Twitter link so you can actually join our community, so you can actually see some amazing things some community members are actually doing in the process. So be in touch. So now, after this onboarding call, we're going to send you some resources. So you probably be getting the resources maybe at the end of today or tomorrow. We'll be in touch, and then we'll send you a sample of all this, like the tracking sheet earlier mentioned, the poster, the registration format. We'll send you all those details. So the only thing you're going to do is to just copy and replicate. And then we'll have access to my chat hours in case you want to reach out to me, like you want to have one-on-one with me. There is this chat. I have a chat section. You can actually book it on my calendar. I'm going to share the link to you. Then you can actually write to me at crowdsource, or write to us, our community members, at crowdsource.hyphen@google.com if you want an immediate response. Because most times you don't work weekends. So if you want an immediate response, just write to crowdsource-community@google.com. Then once you see these materials, you kindly send across the details and the list of registered members, like those registered that has registered or that have interest to register in your community. Like I know the format we're going to send to you. There's a format we're going to send to you which will say, please, we need 100 members. But don't be bothered about that. Any amounts of any number you have on your community, you can actually send them. We believe that some people will join later and you keep populating the list. So don't don't be afraid about 100. I don't want them looking so big. So just keep the ones you're available, just send them so that those ones can be carried along. They will not want to wait for others or wait for people to get to level to 100. So those ones you have, just send the list and I'll be in touch. So I don't know whether there's any questions from the community based on the crowdsource learning community. I can see some people have actually written a long essay telling me uh, about what motivates them to become a crowdsource influencer. This essay is really, really amazing. Okay, so I don't know if there's any questions from the community. So I'll just leave it. If you have any questions, you can actually mute your mic, or you can make it on the chat sections and the rest of them. I can see some people are in level 26, level 19. Ah, well, okay, I've even passed myself. So are there any questions? So I think that most of you have understood everything I said, and there's no questions. Any questions? Who was raising his hand? I don't know. Any questions, please? Can you raise your hand if you have any question?
Hello, I have a question.
Okay, Ibrahim, you can ask.
Yeah, my name is Ibrahim Betijo. Crowdsource lead for Federal University UCHE. My question is, can the contributors, must the contributors be students or they can be students from other tertiary institutions in my state? Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much, Ibrahim. It's a learning community, and because we want to, like, when we're going to do a wrap-up party or maybe issue certificates, we don't want to like issue someone certificates from another university. We don't know how that person is actually going to feel. So I know most times some students, if you even look at the list, you'll be like, this person may be out of the university. I know sometimes it comes like that, but it's always advisable we stay at the university level. For example, if the person's at your university, let it be at your university because it's easier to even control them. Like, it's easier to control them. As even you want to do a physical meetup, you can just be like, okay, let's use this particular hall. It's easier. So we do advise they stay within the same university community because you will want to see someone that's your university receiving a certificate from Google and your university name is there, for example. So it's always advisable to stay in the same community. So I've shared my appointment schedule in case want to book an
Thank you.
meeting. Okay. So are there any other questions? Okay. So I believe you guys actually understood what I said. So maybe in the absence of any other question, I'll call it the day. And let me just go through some of the things influencers said. Okay, I can see Abdulim, Abdul Alim, from Kwara State Polytechnic. My relation is my boss's son who uses Google Search for his assignment. This pushes me to keep control. So, well, this is really amazing. I love this. So Chris is in level 17 and the data scientist and the lead or lead teaching assistant AI community Africa. He contributes to algorithm and is motivated in teaching, especially data science and AI. Oh, this is really amazing. Mm. So Alex Chidema is a student um, and contributor at level 26. I didn't see your university here. Alex Precious. Okay, I didn't see your university. So just to become an influencer because she wants to promote crowdsource community and Google products. Okay. Then okay, I think that's all. Do we have a community or WhatsApp group for crowdsource? We actually have what's the community we have for WhatsApp group, please, is unofficial. It was created by a community member. So but I'll just share the link in case you want to join. I think it's also good you join because there are a lot of posts that are being made there and people. So you can actually join the WhatsApp community. This is unofficial. Okay, photo. The community is unofficial. So you can actually join the WhatsApp community just to see what people are doing. But you can actually build your own community mainly for your own community, just exclusive. So I don't know if there's any other question, please. So that we can round off this section. Any question? Any question?
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Thank you very much for the presentation. I really appreciate. So I feel from the form and most of the information you pass across, you actually talk more about the institutions. So is it that these programs particularly for university students or what?
No, I did. Okay, I mentioned institutes. I also mentioned university. So I know institutes is a very big word. It covers a whole lot of things. An institute can just be ministry. An institute covers a lot of things. So it's not necessarily university thing. It's general. but just making use of institutes and university interchangeably just to push out the point. So it's just the communities mainly. It's not necessarily going to be a university, just a community mainly. I hope I've answered your question, Samuel.
Okay, I have a question. So, if they issue us a certificate, what can we use it and do? Like, if they should give us a certificate in the community, what can we use it and do?
Okay, thank you so much. It's just like asking your academic certificate, what are you going to use it to do? So now some of the certificates we give to like Explore MX workshop. These are certificates people add to their CV. These are certificates people see and be like, okay, you have beginners knowledge, you have intermediate knowledge of Explore ML. So these are certificates that people use to add mainly to their CV. As a student, you're going to face the world outside. So as a student, or as someone that's graduated from university, or someone that has a community, you're going to face the world outside. People will definitely look for job opportunities. There's a lot of job opportunities out there. And having this knowledge will, having the certificates will be like a leverage and an opportunity for you. I feel it's just the same way, like, same what your university certificate is going to be. I'm going to help you, even though most times certificates right now, I don't know how we are classifying university certificates now. But these are things, these are lecture like university certificates, where you graduate and you want to find a job opportunity tomorrow, they'll be like, okay, you have the beginner or intermediate knowledge of Explore ML, and you can always add it to your CV. You can add it to your LinkedIn profile. It's something I've seen so many people, so many community members do. So that's it. Any other question?
Okay, all right. I want to ask the 40 courses that you have access to, I think in the stage two. So after that stage, is this something that you always have access to, like anytime, or there is a time frame given to you for you to have access to those courses?
We keep having access to the courses.
All right, thank you.
So, if you have any other questions, that we can wrap up this section. Okay. In the absence of another question, I want to thank you all for joining this section, most especially for your time, because I know this time really matters a lot. This is Tuesday, and a whole lot of things, a lot of personal things, and the rest of this. I want to thank you for that passion and that zeal to even become an influencer. And so I just want to thank you for joining. And for the fact people didn't answer the question, it means the presentation went well and you understood everything in the presentation. So if there are any questions, like I posted my chat hours in case you want to actually book a calendar with me, or you can actually join the community and see what other people are doing and probably get inspiration from them. There are many our community members are really, really creative, honestly. Especially those in Nigeria community, they're really creative. Every day you see different things happening. So nothing much. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, bye bye.
Mr. Stephen, the meeting is over, sir. This one wey Christian come back. Christian, waiting is fine. Sorry.
I didn't know you guys had finished. No
But
wireless.
wait. Who's the one of these fireflies? Is it for us or for the meeting? Stephen.
No, I think it's for another person.
One Ibrahim, like
Yeah.
Let the guy come on this thing now. Him go come the record person.
I think it's. I think we would have to all leave the call for you to leave.
yeah.
I think we would have to all leave the call for you to leave.
All right.
No wahala now.
Okay.
All right. Bye.